Hey everyone, welcome back. I got these cute little mini microphones because I keep seeing people use microphones in their sit down videos and it looks professional, so I wanted to try it. That's what we're trying out today. Let me know if it's annoying that I'm holding this little tiny microphone. Today we are doing another collective book haul, and I'm so excited because the last time I did one of these was in like August or late July, I think, and so it's been a few months. I've definitely accumulated some books. I was debating on whether I wanted to wait till after Christmas to do this because I know I'll probably get some books for Christmas, but I figured I'll probably do some kind of Christmas haul or something and include those in there. So this is just what I have accumulated between late summer and now. I need to clip this on my shirt for the first one. Our first one is the new covers for the Magnolia Parks series. All four of them. Adore this series with my whole heart, so I obviously had to purchase the new covers, and a lot of people don't like the new covers. I personally think they're really cute. I will always obviously prefer the old ones. I'll show you all of them. This is the first Magnolia Parks book. Love. I love the bow heels. I love the bow heels. They're so cute. Our second one, Daisy Hates, with the glittery heels. Then we have Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, which this one is my favorite out of all of them, I think. I just love the green. It's so cute. And then Daisy Hates, The Great Undoing. This is the only one that I haven't read. So I've read the rest of them. Already read those books, but I wanted the new covers. I had to have them. By the way, these are in no particular order. I could not tell you when I purchased these books, like in order. I have A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I have not read this yet, but this cover is just gorgeous. I don't know why I love it so much. It's just the colors. They're just so cute. And I've just heard this book is absolutely heartbreaking, and I love to give myself trauma, apparently, so I had to buy it. Maybe I should do another one of those reading sad books videos and put this in there, because I feel like then it's kind of like appropriate to break my own heart, you know? Then we have Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This is the like new cover. I have the old cover too, and I still have not read the book. Sometimes I question myself. This is like a basketball romance, and I just really liked this new cover. They've put out the new covers for the other books as well, but I've held back. I told myself, you have to read the first one before you buy those. But I'm definitely gonna read it. I've heard really good things about this series. This one also has like some extra chapters, I think. I don't know. I might be completely lying. You know what? I kind of want to read this. Every time I post these videos, I say that I want to read like half of the books that I hold up, and then I still don't end up reading them. Y'all are gonna be happy about this one. I bought the 7-year slip. I actually put this on my Christmas list too, on accident, so I really hope nobody got it for me. If they did, it's fine. I guess I just forgot that I put it on there, but I've heard such amazing things about this book. I know it's like a closed door romance. I don't really know what it's about though. Okay, it's about Clementine, a book publicist. She moves into her aunt's apartment and finds a strange man standing in the kitchen. He exists in the past, 7 years in the past, and she quite literally lives 7 years in his future. See, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if I'm just like slow. I don't understand. But I've heard such good things. Like, people are obsessed with this book, so I honestly need to read it. I need to see what it's all about, because I'm just so confused. Like, what do you mean that she lives 7 years into the future? Is he dead? And on the same trip that I bought the 7-year slip, I also bought Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This is her newest release. It like just came out actually, and I really want to read it. Who did I hear reading this? I think it might have been Sarah Caroli, and that's what made me buy it. But I just heard there's a lot of Taylor Swift romance. Wait, what? I heard there's a lot of Taylor Swift references. That's what I meant to say. Count me in, you know? This is also, I think, like her first adult romance. I might be totally lying. There's not really any reason for me to get this, but I just heard it's a cute little rom-com, and I read Lynn Painter's books so fast. So then we have Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. I've definitely talked about this book on my channel because it was in my fall TBR, and I just didn't read it. It's just like a YA romance. I'm pretty sure she already put this book out, but this is just like a new cover release. I just love K.L. Walther's books because she also puts a lot of Taylor Swift why do I keep saying romances? Also puts a lot of Taylor Swift references in her books, and I love that. Something about that. It just makes me feel special because I noticed the reference and I'm like, oh my god, I picked up on that. If you don't listen to Taylor Swift, you wouldn't. I should have read this in the fall because it looks very fall, but these are my most recent purchase, actually. The second and third Heartstopper books. I actually purchased these yesterday because I read the first Heartstopper book yesterday and I just loved it. I've had it on my shelf forever and I don't know what made me want to pick it up. I just randomly was like, okay, I'm gonna read this. So I did, and it was so cute, but it ended on a cliffhanger. So I had to drive all the way to Target and I bought the second and the third one, and I already read them too. And I love them. So I need to read the fourth and the fifth one. But these are like graphic novels about two boys that are just in high school, and it's just them like kind of figuring out being gay and like the hardships that come with that as a teenager. And I really liked it. It's just so cute. Like, I love Nick and Charlie so much. I can't really tell you which one is my favorite because I don't think I could pick. I love both of them. Then we have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is the second book in the Maple Hills series. I think that's what it's called. It comes after Icebreaker, which I have already read, and I do need to read this one. It came out at such an odd time. It's based at a summer camp, but it came out in the fall. So I was like, never really in the mood for it, but I do need to read it because the next one comes out soon and it's about my favorite character, Henry, and the girl on the front cover is wearing a folklore cardigan. Like, girl, I'm so reading that. And I've heard really good things about this one. I wasn't the biggest fan of Icebreaker, but I liked the side characters in it, so that's why I ended up getting this. And I've heard really good things. Then I have Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I bought this after I finished the Natural series because I loved it. I literally read that series so fast. There obviously is the Inheritance Games trilogy too that I haven't read, but this is her other series that I haven't really heard much about. This girl named Sawyer and her grandmother offers her money to participate in a debutante ball, and she doesn't want to do that, but she realizes that if she does, she might discover the biggest mystery of her life, her father's identity. The one thing she doesn't expect to find is friendship, but as she's drawn into a group of debutantes with scandalous, dangerous secrets of their own, Sawyer quickly discovers that her family isn't the homely mainstay of high society with skeletons in their closet. It sounds really good. Like, I feel like it'll be really good, and I never hear people talk about it. We have Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the new cover. It got picked up by Bloom Books, the whole series, so they're slowly coming out with these covers, and I pre-ordered, I'm pretty sure, all of them. This one came not too long ago, so I have already read Binding 13, but this is the new cover of it. And the font is still so small. Like, you think that they would have changed it, made it a little bit bigger. No, just as tiny as the original. They definitely wanted to keep the Binding 13 effect. Like, you can't read the book without the size 7 font. It's just not possible. Then I was at Barnes & Noble one day and I saw this version of Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I've wanted to read this, but I didn't want to buy the hardcover. I don't know why, because I buy hardcovers of other books and I don't have an issue with it, but this one specifically, I don't know. I love when books page ends look like that, and like, this cover is so gorgeous. Like, it's purple and blue. Oh my god, I just love it. It's about this girl who literally studies fairies for a living. Like, I want that job. I really want a coffee right now. Should we take a break and go make a coffee? Made my coffee. Oopsie. I don't know how people make these book hauls look so aesthetic. Like, this is a shit show. Then, if you have watched my A Curse for True Love vlog, I have both editions. I got the US edition when I wanted to read the book because my UK edition was nowhere to be found. Literally MIA, no tracking information, nothing. I guess I just never got it, or I deleted it, I don't know. Either way, I decided to go buy this one. Lo and behold, like 3 days later, our UK edition shows up. And I love this cover so much more. I don't know why they give so much to the UK edition and then just like nothing to the US. When you look at this cover, there's so many little like mini Easter eggs that you're like, oh my god, that's in the book. Like I literally love this cover so much, and all the covers for the UK editions are so gorgeous. I don't know why we don't get those. I will make this argument every time because I don't get it. Then we have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I purchased this before it came out in the US because I know it's like pink now, which is so cute, by the way. I love that cover. But this is like the original published cover, and I just haven't read it yet. I keep wanting to, but I've just been in such a reading slump, but I think I'm finally getting out of it this month. We've read quite a few books this month. I'm really proud of myself. So we will probably get to this soon. I really, really want to read it. Same with the Throne of Glass series, but we don't need to talk about that right now. We're talking about Powerless. It's another one of those fantasies where they have those trials, like the trials. We do this every time. People really love the MMC in this book, so I don't even know what it's all about. I really need to read it. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing as Fourth Wing, where it took me forever to read it, and then I ended up really loving it, so it's probably going to happen again. Then we have Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This is the 5th and final book in the Chestnut Spring series. This is Bo Eaton's book, who he was the one that I was waiting for. This did not end up being my favorite in the series like I thought it would be, but it still was really good. I have already read it, but I got this obviously to finish off my collection. I'm so glad that I have these covers because I just don't like the new ones. They're kind of boring. The mirror covers, each cover has a mirror on it. Like they're so pretty. I love them. So I'm so glad that I got this. I already read her, but I definitely recommend this series. I love it so much, and I talk about it all the time. And then I was one of those bitches that ordered the untitled Red Tower book on Amazon that nobody knew what it was, but was speculating that it was Fourth Wing, and then it did end up in fact being Fourth Wing. So I do have that. This is the special edition that they did. Oh, there is bonus content, but I didn't read it. But yeah, so I have that special edition, and I really like this one. I love the red. And then we have Iron Flame. This is the second book in the Fourth Wing series. I actually have 2 of these because I purchased Iron Flame, pre-ordered it, whatever. I also bought a signed edition on Black Friday because I really wanted a signed edition of it. Any of my highly anticipated releases, this one was a big flop, but we're not going to talk about it because when I think about it, it makes me really sad. I haven't even finished the book yet. I do have a signed edition of this as well. It's just on my shelf and I don't feel like going to get it. So I do have 2 of these. I'm definitely going to be selling this one probably on Pango Books though. We're getting down to our last few books here. We have The Gilded Cage by Lynette Noni. This is the second book in the Prison Healer trilogy, and I read The Prison Healer last month or October, either in October or November, and I really, really liked it. So I got the second book, and I'm actually like 80 pages into it and then went back into another reading. I was kind of like in a reading slump, so I just put it down, and I need to pick it back up because I really did like the series and I want to finish it because it is really good, and this one is really good. I just was not in the right headspace for it. And then during Halloween time, I ended up getting 2 Halloween books. The first one being My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levin, and I actually read this one, so it was okay. I did really like Frederick, the vampire character in it though, but I do feel like it is a really cute read for Halloween and like the spooky season. It definitely was perfect for that. It was very light, fluffy, rom-com, so I did like it, and I think a lot of people would like it, so I do definitely recommend it. And then the other book I got is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley, and I read some of it, but I didn't end up finishing it. Once again, was in a reading slump, so hopefully we'll get to this one next year because I have heard really good things, and I know she came out with a second book, but the cover is just so cute, and it's literally about a guy. I mean, it's about a witch who accidentally summons a demon, and then I guess they fall in love. Alright, we are on our final 2 books. We have Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is a newer purchase for me, actually. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and it's a dark romance about Cora and Dean, and they get kidnapped, even though they hate each other, I guess. Yeah, her arch nemesis, and then they get kidnapped, and so they have to work together to escape. When I say this shit out loud, it sounds ridiculous, but I eat it up every time. Like, I'm 100% going to eat this up. I know it. I already know it. And then our last book of the haul is none other than Minx by Sophie Lark. This is her newest release. I haven't read any books by Sophie Lark yet, but I do have a lot of them on my shelf. It's a billionaire romance, I'm pretty sure. And it's apparently supposed to be really spicy, really good. So I got it. Haven't read it yet, but like I said, I've heard good things. But yeah, those are the collection of books that I have gotten within the last few months. I know I do buy a lot of books, but I love to read and I also love to buy books. We go into an apocalypse or something, I'll have a lot of stuff to do. I have a lot of books to get through. So that is all that I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.